Hi guys, it's Rike here and welcome to another video. If you're new here, my name is Rike and I review a lot of activewear. So if you're into that kind of stuff, you just keep watching. Today I figured I would do a little summer activewear outfit mixing, not matching, mixing thing. Exactly. So I'm going to show you 3 different activewear outfits and they're all going to be inspired by this year's summer color palette, according to Pantone or whoever makes this color palette or puts it together. I think I did something similar last year as well, and it was kind of fun and kind of interesting to see which the colors were for this, for the year's summer, what people or what Pantone or whoever, the fashion industry, I guess, thought was going to be like the color of the summer or the colors of the summer, and then trying to like mix and match different outfits with the different colors, because yes, we will not have a single matching outfit. This is all going to be mixing and matching different fun colors that scream summer to me. My phone's over there, so I just need to grab it. Because I do have the color palette, and you can usually find it if you just Google, and I'm just going to put it on the screen so you can see. I'll be honest, I was a little disappointed with this year's color palette. Now this says spring, summer, but still, I feel like the colors could be a little bit brighter. So there's a lot of like more muted tones. We do have some brighter colors like the orangeade, for example, or the crocus, or the white grape. White grape is very bright green. I don't know. I thought those were green grapes, but okay. But anyway, everything else kind of seems very like pastel-y and like just a little bit more muted than what I would be expecting for summer. So yeah, I was a little disappointed with this year's color palette. Like, I was super excited to do this video. By the way, I can link last year's video up here as well, because I talked about it, but I didn't link it, in case you're interested. Those were really fun colors for sure. But anyway, yeah, I was kind of excited to do this video because I think it's super fun to mix and match fun colors. And then I saw the color palette and I was like, oof. Like, it was kind of, yeah, just, lowering my spirits for this video. I was a little disappointed with the choices of colors in here. Now, I am a person who loves colors, so for me, like, the brighter, the more fun, the better. So I was like really expecting like neon, like a lot of bright colors, and then I got this. So I don't know. But anyway, I picked the brightest colors from this color palette to put my videos together. We're not going to do any of the neutrals, because, you can wear neutrals all year round. So yeah, it's like, I don't think it matters if you put like moonbeam or antique white on there. There's always going to be some shade of off-white and beige and whatever in there. So I feel like, why bother with those on this color palette? Anyway, we're going to be doing it. And yeah, like I said, 3 outfits. And we will just get into it. Yeah. You should be excited. I'm not excited for this. Like, I feel like every single video recently I've complained about the sun doing things, and it just continues. I was thinking today's a nice cloudy day. But anyway, I'm not going to let the sun annoy me. So we will start with our first outfit, and we're going to pair together the misted marigold color with the limpid shell. Yes, limpid shell, exactly. Or as close as I could get, obviously, right? It's not going to be the exact colors, but we do have these 2 pieces here, and I feel like they match okay, or quite well indeed. Now, this is our misted marigold. The color is actually called Golden Hour, and this is the Revolution Sportswear from Buffbunny collection. You would think like, there's not that many different shades of yellow, but yes, there definitely is. So I, for example, am wearing a different yellow now. This one was kind of too light, and then this one has like a slightly more warm tone to it, which I think makes it actually a quite perfect match for misted marigold. But yeah, this is called Golden Hour, the Revolution Sportswear from Buffbunny collection. One of my favorites. Has a square neckline, which I always find very, very flattering for me. It has a long line sportswear, so we have this band under the chest, not elastic, just a double band, or double fabric, double layered band. Removable cup pads, thicker straps here on the side, and also very good side boob coverage. And then in the back, nice and strappy, look at this. And then we do have a little metal ring here as well. So this is kind of like, yeah, making the strappiness happen. And then you also do have a little Buffbunny logo here in the back. Like, since last year, they've done tone and tone silicone logos, but this one is a little bit older. But yeah, I feel like this is actually a quite perfect match for the Misted Marigold color. Sorry, it is Misted Marigold because we had to put like a little bit of a damper on the color because it's summer. I don't understand. But anyway, so this is our sports bra. And then I'm going to pair this together with our limpet shell color today. That one was definitely a little bit harder to find because I feel like there's so many different hues of blue. Like incredibly many. I settled on these leggings. These are Alphalete leggings. The OG Revivals, and I believe this color was called Atlantis, but do not quote me on that because I do not exactly remember. I was trying to find this in my emails, but it has been a long time since I ordered from Alphalete for reasons, which you can find in this video, which I also filmed a long time ago. But yeah, just in short, in case you don't want to watch that, although it's also a short video. They do charge taxes on their stuff, but because it's not shipped from within the EU, but for EU customers, you can have it shipped from the UK, but also from the US. Like when I order from Buffbunny collection, for example, I do not get the taxes added because once it gets, brought into the EU, I get charged the VAT, right? So they don't add taxes. Like if you shop from within the US, you will have like your sales tax or whatever on there, right? But like they don't do that for me because I will get the VAT charged on top when it enters the EU. And if you're over a certain limit, then you also get charged customs, right? But anyway, Alphalete still did that. They charge taxes, which for me, when I see that someone charges taxes from outside, then I think, okay, cool, that means the customs or like the VAT at least is taken care of, but it wasn't. So I was still getting charged VAT, and I don't think that's okay. But I argued with them and nothing happened. So anyway, not ordering from them or haven't ordered from them in a while. And they also recently had a rebrand, and I honestly didn't really see too much of a difference. So it was like a lot of drama for not a lot. So I don't really know. Anyway. These are the OG Revival leggings. I think I have a lot of these. So these were my favorite Alphalete leggings. I also haven't done them in a hot minute. These are seamless leggings, but they have a lot of detailing going on, and they actually do have a front seam and a back seam. But they are otherwise kind of seamless. So we do have the front seam here. I don't find it too annoying. Wide waistband here, and then straight across glute seams only, and then a seam in the back. But they do have all this fun mesh paneling here, the mesh panel detailing there, and the thigh, and here the calf or the shin. And then in the back, basically, this mesh panel detailing starts right under the glutes. So in a way, it's also kind of contouring them. I just found them really, really good for very sweaty workouts. They're very, very flexible, so very stretchy. They move with you a lot. And they're also it's quite a thin material, so it breathes a lot. And like, look how stretchy it is. They are not very squat proof. That I will definitely say, but yes, I like to reach for them for, when it's warm, when I'm sweating a lot, because they also were very sweat wicking and quick drying, and just a more lightweight legging, so you didn't sweat as much. But anyway, Misted Marigold and Limpet Shell, aka Golden Hour, and potentially Atlantis. Let's see it on. Okay, Misted Marigold and Limpet Shell, aka Golden Hour, and whichever this color was. But yeah, I feel like I did a similar outfit for the last summer, but then the colors were definitely slightly different. And honestly, I feel like it could be a little bit brighter, but that's just how it is. Because the Marigold is definitely like a more orangey, like warm-toned, muted color. And I feel like for summer, I would go for something else. This is kind of more like early autumn, maybe. But it still works, right? It's still a color, it's still bright. I always do like a good light blue, so I'm not mad about that one. Or not upset, that this is something. But yeah. Anyway, this is, according to the Pantone people, basically a combo of two of the colors of the Spring-Summer 2025. Let's talk about the pieces, not about the colors. So we have the Revolution Sports Bra here from Buffbunny collection, one of my favorites. It's made from the Nubra fabric, which is double brush, super soft, and hugs in all the right places. It is a long line sports bra, so we do have this band under the chest, this wide band. It's not elastic, really just a band and a seam here. Flattering square neckline. You do get a little bit of cleavage and really good side boob coverage. Thicker straps, removable cup pads, and then the highlight I mean, to be fair, I also think the square neckline is a highlight for me. I think that's always super flattering, especially on a small chest. But the other highlight is the strappy back here. I always like this one, so cute. We do have a little metal ring here in the back as well. And yeah, I just like it. It's nice. And of course, it's also long line in the back because we still have the band here. And you do have a little logo somewhere on the side, I guess. I don't know. Is it not here? Oh yeah, there it is. There we do have the little Buffbunny collection logo. But yes, this is the Revolution sports bra in, golden hour. Not Mrs. Marigold, but like I said, the colors are very, very similar. And then the leggings, I have actually not put these on in a long time. The Alphalete OG Revivals here in this light blue. Honestly, these are also really see-through. But I used to like go for these all the time for lifting, for like just, you know, high intense, like high HIIT workouts, high intensity interval training classes, like anything basically. But like I usually opted for the darker colors just because they would be a little bit more squat proof. But you know, there are actually like, seamless leggings, but they have a lot of detailing going on. The material is super stretchy, very, very comfy. They're very high-waisted as well. And yeah, you can see how stretchy this is. Honestly, now I feel like there's a little bit of too much space in this part. And I don't know why. I don't think I've had this issue before. Maybe it's just like, you know, that's how they always felt. I don't know. But there's a lot of detailing on this that I still like. We also do have a front seam, but I honestly don't feel the front seam at all. Like it's not invasive or anything. And you don't have a top seam on these. And there's all these mesh panel detailing things happening. So you have like, you know, a little seam here, the mesh panel here that also kind of hides a little bit of cellulite, and then more mesh paneling here around the calf area. 7/8 length on me. And like I said, especially in the light colors, definitely not squat proof at all. But I mean, they're still like super comfy and very, very breathable for sure, especially with all this mesh paneling. And then in the back, you don't have a scrunch or anything. You just have like a proper seam, Alphalete stitched in here, and the logo in the waistband. And then you have the mesh panel under the glutes as well. So not too simple because they have a lot of detailing, but these were definitely my favorite Alphalete leggings. I haven't shopped from Alphalete in a long time, but these were my favorite. I think I do have around 5 or 6 colors of these still, and they've also held up quite well. Like especially there was like a dark blue, a dark green, and a dark red that I did wear quite a lot, and they worked quite well. I did have one color where I quickly got like intense pilling. The customer service was really bad about it, even though it was like 1 or 2 wears or something. It was pretty bad. But like otherwise the others have held up quite well. And you know, I've had these for years now at this point because I haven't made them for a long time. So now it's all about the booty scrunch that these don't have. But let me know if you like this color combo, if this screams spring summer to you. And if you just like one of the colors, or do let me know your thoughts, and let's move on. Okay, on to outfit number 2. We're grabbing some more really fun bright colors from this somewhat disappointing spring-summer color palette. But we're going with white grape and crocus. Not necessarily colors I would have initially, like without this color palette, put together in an outfit, but I do think it works. So we have our white grape piece here and our crocus piece here. Again, not 100% exact color matches, but I think these come quite close as well. This one is maybe a little bit brighter than it should be, but you know what? I love bright colors, so there's that. So anyway, I think it works together. Again, not something I would have put together, but let's talk about the pieces. So this is our white grape piece. This is oh God, what was it called? This is from Girlfriend Collective. And it's just a bra, and I think it was called the Topanga bra. I'm just checking my notes. I do think Topanga bra, but I believe the color was called Topanga. So this is just their normal bra piece. I've had this for quite a while, so again, not sure if you can get this color still, but I believe it was called Topanga. Girlfriend Collective does a lot of like size inclusive, body positive, and like they promote a lot of these things, and like also very like sustainably produced, ethically produced pieces. This one is, yeah, just a high neck. I'm not even sure if I would call the bra as more like a crop top kind of thing. It does not really have anything much built in. Yes, we do have a band here at the bottom, and it's very, very soft because it's lined with like something soft here, and it's kind of an elastic and it keeps you tucked in. But otherwise, like there's not really any like shelf bra, no removable cup pads, no nothing. So it is very simple. It is double lined fabric, but you will still see some nippage. That's just how that goes. Yeah, high neck, good coverage in the front. And then in the back, you do have straps that crisscross, and they're also adjustable, which is always nice to see. And you have like matching color plastic here. And it is just very simple. I also don't really see a logo of theirs here on the outside. Like on the inside, you can definitely see where it's from. But on the outside, it just doesn't have any logo, which honestly, I mean, it doesn't have to, right? But it's just odd to see. And yeah, I've had this for a while. This is a size small, which is my normal size. It's made from 79% recycled polyester and 21% spandex, and made in their SA 8000 certified factory in Vietnam. So yeah, they're really trying to make sure that there's also good work conditions for people producing this. And it is, I would say, like more of a crop top. I'm not sure if I would call this a bra. It's definitely not like a high support bra. Yeah, this is our white grape piece, and then we're gonna have our crocus color here, or brighter. This color is actually called Pop Rocks. This is from Buffbunny collection. And these are the Legacy leggings, which are my all-time favorite leggings in general, I think. Made from the Nuber fabric, which is actually the same fabric as the Misted Marigold, or aka Golden Hour sports bra, the Revolution sports bra that we saw in the first outfit. 74% nylon, 26% spandex. And this one is an ultra high-waisted legging. I just like being like nicely tucked in and hugged. We do have no front seam and no top seam on this. There's a side seam detailing. The seam goes all the way down, and then around your knee it splits up into two seams and then continues going down. And then in the back we have this flattering triple seam glute detailing here, and a tone and tone silicone logo as well. Like I said, they've switched to this last year. And we saw this color, the Pop Rocks color, for the first time also last year. But these leggings are also are actually from a collection recently, like just a few months ago. Because last year they didn't have the Legacy leggings in this color. They had a different legging and a different fabric, and it peeled so fast for me. But these ones, this fabric is a little bit more sturdy, so I'm kind of excited to have these in a fabric that's not going to peel immediately. But yes, white grape and crocus, aka Topanga and Pop Rocks. Let's see it on. Okay, variations of white grape, why ever, why auch immer. I was going to start speaking German to you now, but no, why ever they call it white grape, who knows? And crocus. Like I said, variations of it, not exactly the same color, but I tried to match it as closely as possible. And honestly, I was a little hesitant because with this, with the Pop Rocks color here, which is what the color is actually called, I was not sure like which other bright colors would work with it. I feel like, yes, a lot of them kind of work, but I'm not sure if like the combos are then my favorite or not, you know. But I do think that this lime color now, this works. I think, at least. Let me know if you agree, or which other bright color you would pair with Pop Rocks here, or with our, according to Pantone, like crocus-esque color. But yeah, let's talk about the top and the leggings here. So this is a cropped tank, cropped top, cropped sports bra top, I don't know. from Girlfriend Collective, and I've had this for quite a while. It does not have removable cup pads, so you can see some nippage sometimes, but it is double lined. So you have like an inner layer with like a sleek fabric, and then you have an outer layer with like a softer fabric. It does have like a wide kind of soft elastic, so it's really super, super soft there. But yeah, stretchy as well, and it keeps you just a little tucked in. The elastic does not sit right under the chest, like that will be here, otherwise it's just a little bit lower still. And you do have a higher neckline. Side boob coverage is there. Could be a little bit better, but it's okay. And then in the back, also just very, very simple, a little bit of crisscross action there, but like very open back, and the straps are adjustable. So I cannot make them much longer, I guess, but I could definitely still make them shorter. And yeah, it's nice that they're adjustable. And even though they're thin straps, it still feels quite comfy because we have thicker straps up here kind of. So yes, they kind of switch to the shorter ones. Well, I need to get my hair out of the way. Around kind of where the traps are, but I think it's a little bit past it. Like a little bit past where I would feel it too much. And yeah, very, very comfy, especially with this like soft lined elastic here. Support wise, I would say this is more of a light support, but that's perfectly fine. And yeah, it's a fun little color. It's also definitely a little bit more cropped than some other like crop tops with built-in sports bras or something like that. And also keep in mind, like I said, there's no built-in sports bra underneath this. Now this is like the whole thing, right? So there's that. But yeah, I mean, I like it. Color is fun, definitely more of a spring summer color. And then onto our legacy leggings here. So this is the Pop Rocks color. Buffbunny collection already launched that color last year, and I thought then also it was very unique and very fun, and they brought it back this year. The legacy leggings are my like absolute top favorite leggings. They are ultra high-waisted, so they are a little bit higher than my natural waist. My natural waist is here. Sometimes they do roll a little bit, but it's perfectly fine. I like to be like nicely hugged and tucked and everything, and this is exactly what this fabric does. It feels you. It makes you feel tucked in and just hugged in all the right places. We do not have a top seam, nor do we have a front seam, but there is a side seam detailing. So you do have one seam going all the way down here, then it splits up, oops, and then into two seams and goes all the way down there. And then they are kind of like a 7/8 length on me. So that's what the 26-inch inseam does. And then in the back, we have triple seam glue detailing and a silicone tone and tone logo, the triple seam glue detailing. I always think it's super, super flattering. I really, really like it. I prefer this to a scrunch legging. And I also feel like the triple seam detailing makes sure that, you know, things are getting still like, you know, like hugged in the back of the waistband as well. So yeah, there's that. They are kind of a medium compression. Last year's iterations of the legacy leggings were more of a light compression, but now we're somewhat back to the medium compression. And if you're in between sizes, I would suggest to size down, simply because you know, just get hugged a little bit better then. But yeah, let me know if you like this color combo. I think it works quite well. And I think this is definitely like more of a summer outfit, like with the brighter colors here. And especially Pop Rocks is gonna be like top notch for the summer. Like, it's just such a fun, bright color. And yeah, let's move on. On to outfit number 3. We're doing Orangeade because I feel like that's like the most fun color from this palette. Let me know if you agree in the comments down below. And we pair this one with the Deja Vu blue. I know I said no neutrals. This is kind of like in between the neutrals and the brighter colors. And I also did pick a brighter shade, so it's not exactly Deja Vu blue. It's as close as I could get, reasonably. But anyway, we have our Orangeade and our Deja Vu blue. Let's start talking about the sports bra as per usual. So this one is, of course, not actually called Orangeade. This color is called Poppy Seed or just Poppy Red, I think. This is from Aritzia, their Activewear brand, which I think is called Golden now. It used to be called TNA, so I was slightly confused recently when I reviewed this, and I can link that video up here because I got a few more pieces from them. They are a Canadian activewear brand, and I recently traveled to Canada and just did a bit of shopping. So yeah, you can find some of those videos on my channel. And you can also find my chatty video where I talk about Canada and my recent Canada trip because it was a fun trip. I'm just going to link that up there so you can find it up there. Anyway, this was a little sports bra I found. It's nothing too wild, too special, but I just thought it looked super cute and I love the color. Like, look at this color. It is so fun and bright. Maybe a little bit more on the red side than the Orangeade, but I still think it's like bright, it's fun. And I mean, you know, it's poppy red. Poppy red always has this orange hue to it because poppies do, right? They're more of an orange red. So yeah, I figured this is a perfect match actually. It's a very, very simple sports bra, like I said, but super soft fabric, stretchy. It is double lined, but there's no removable cup pads. And then you have these thin up and down straps that are actually adjustable as well. So you have the matching plastic hardware here. And then in the back, we do have a logo. So this is the Aritzia Activewear logo, the golden logo. And then on the inside, we do have an elastic, but it's also lined with a super soft fabric. So it's actually really, really comfy. Definitely more of a light support number, but yeah, just really, really nice and comfy. Material-wise, we do have 80% nylon and 20% elastane here. But yeah, it's just, I don't know, I love the color. I like how it's just such a simple fit and it's just a very, very comfortable fit as well. Obviously, maybe more for a smaller chest, but yeah, for me it worked fine. This is a size, let me check, a size small, because yeah, some of the stuff is in like the numbered sizing, 0 to whatever, and some of their stuff was in like extra small, small, medium, so the lettered sizing, so it's a little confusing, but yeah, this is a small. Anyway, our Orangeade piece, and then we're pairing this with these leggings, another pair of legacy leggings. This time, of course, not Deja Vu blue, it's called Rio blue. It does have a little purple hue to it, I think, but it matches quite well with the Orangeade, aka Poppy Red. So I've talked about the legacy leggings already, so I'm just gonna do it, you know, cut it short here. Do it very quick. No top seam, no front seam, triple seam glue detailing in the back. These are a little bit older, so we don't have the Tone and Tone silicone logo, but rather this one. And yeah, side seam detail, ultra high-waisted, soft fabric, a little brushed and a bit stretchy, but also a bit of compression there. And this is our last outfit. Let's see it on. Okay, and here's my interpretation of Orangeade and Deja Vu blue, so, or as they're called by the companies, you know, Poppy Seed Red and Rio blue here. But yeah, let me know if you like this color combo. I do like the Poppy Seed Red, or aka Orangeade, I think with a little bit of a lighter blue than this one, but it still works. This like blue is definitely more of like a jewel tone now, and I mean, yes, this is still kind of super bright and like neon-y and like getting it, you know, getting the colors to pop and everything, but it feels just a tad darker than what I would like to go for spring, summer. But yeah, do let me know what you think. We have the sports bra here from Aritzia, TNA, Golden, whatever the Activewear brand is called now. But yeah, I just recently got this super, super soft, super comfy, and a gorgeous color. It has a slight V-neck line, a little bit of cleavage, but not too much. A little elastic here at the bottom with a little bit of extra space. No removable cup pads, but it is double lined. You will definitely see some nippage, but you know, it's not see-through or anything. And then we do have simple up and down straps. They are stretchy, but you can also adjust them still here in the back. A little logo there too. And otherwise just very, very simple, but very, very comfy for sure. And like I said, the color is gorgeous. And I also feel like it's still kind of flattering for a small chest, and yeah, just a very simple piece. And the material is also so soft. Oh, so nice. Yes. And then let's move on to the leggings. This is another color of the Legacy leggings from Buffbunny collection. And this time we have it here in Rio Blue. Still ultra high-waisted, still no front seam and no top seam, and still a side seam detailing here too. That splits up and then goes down, still 7/8 length. And then, of course, also still triple seam glue detailing. Now here we have a silver Buffbunny collection logo. It's not silicone. This is what they used to put on their leggings, because I've had these, I think, for about 2 years at this point. These are still holding up quite well. I think there's like a tad of pilling in a few areas, but nothing too wild. Specifically, I have it like around here. Did I do like some hip thrusts on these or something? I don't know. Even if I do hip thrusts, I usually have like the padding. Who knows what happened with these, but like, you know, minimal pilling. And I've had these for quite a while, and I've definitely worn these also quite often because I do love the color. It has like a purple undertone, so it's like a dark blue with a purple. Just a little purple hint, basically. It's not purple by any means, but it has that hint. And yeah, feel nicely tucked in, slightly compressed, you know, just a little bit. So light to medium compression on this one. And yeah, just tucked in all the right places. But do let me know what you think of this color combo. Like I said, for me, I feel like I would wear this with like slightly lighter leggings. And I'm just going to show you the ones that I bought together with the sports bra. It's like this. I feel like this is a little bit more summery, you know, like just to wear this together. But yeah, do let me know if you would prefer these or this. It's just, you know, this is the Pantone palette, so we're trying to stick to that. But we don't have to agree with it necessarily. But yeah, do let me know what you think. And let's move on. It's conclusion time. Let me just grab the fun pile of colors here. Yes, I feel like I was, you know, oh, you can't see the sports bar, the yellow one. There we go. This way you can see all the colors. Yeah, I feel like I got all the fun colors from the color palette, you know? Like, let me just I'm just gonna double check the color palette, but I feel like, yeah, these are all the fun colors. Maybe lime cream could have been fun too, but that's about it. Like, honestly, these are all the fun colors that they had on the palette. And of course, this is only my humble opinion, but colors are fun. They make everyone happy. They make you happy. They make the people around you happy. It's just fun to wear colors. It's instant summer. And yeah, do let me know which outfit was your favorite, which color was your favorite. If you would wear any of those outfits, or if the colors are just a little too wild paired together. Maybe you'd prefer to just take one of the colors and then match it with some black or gray or neutral colored leggings. Do let me know. But I think these are absolutely wearable outfits, of course. I would definitely wear them, like, you know. But again, I love colors, so. And so should you, honestly. Anyway, let me know, yeah, which outfit was your favorite, which color was your favorite, what you think about this year's spring-summer color palette. And maybe I should do a similar video with like some prints and patterns. Do let me know what you think about that. If you have any feedback, any suggestions, or yeah, I just ever want to let me know your opinion, just drop a comment down below and I'll get back to you as soon as I can. You can also follow me on Instagram, see some of the pieces in action there and DM me there, but I'm more likely to see your comments here on YouTube. So if there's ever anything you want me to see, and you want me to respond to, just drop a comment down below and I'll get back to you. Otherwise, thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed this video. I hope it was fun for you and maybe gave you some inspiration for fun summer gym outfits. And yeah, I will see you next time. Bye.